Hello, everyone. Here today, this is Brian with Story Based Books. Nomen mihi est Brian. Nomen cani est Pippin. Dic salve, Pippin. Oh, Pippin just wants to say hello. Pippin est is the Latin dog mascot officially right now for Story Based Books, and he's here to help us make a video today. Actually, I think he wants to sleep, so he's going to sleep next to us while we make the video. So, here we go. Today, I am really excited to talk with you about a solution we have come up with to an issue that seems to be difficult for students when they're in the classroom or when you're reading at home or however you're learning Latin, is to figure out what to read, when to read it, what to read next. Now, for many who have been using novellas or graded readers, whatever you want to call them, in the classroom for long periods of time, we tend to have a sense of which books are ready next for people, which books are okay about this goes this way. But there's long been an issue, a problem with trying to find a good organized leveling system. So what we have come up with now is an actual leveling system for all of, this is not all, this is just a big chunk of them I got, of the novellas which we publish. And so today I want to talk with you about levels. Okay, so there's been a lot of different ways to come about with leveling systems. And what we want to talk with you is about how we developed ours. So I'm going to use the revised edition of Ego Polyphemus as our example for today. So if you open up, if you notice, if you see Ego Polyphemus right here, you can open it up to the first page. And on the first page, the half title page, what you'll see here now are two things. One is the extensive reading foundation scale. Now, what's the extensive reading foundation? It's a foundation that does languages all over the world, all different types of modern languages and other languages. And we've got our books now incorporated with their scale that's based on the or at least is affiliated in some way with the research of Paul Nation and Rob Ware, research they've done in the fields of linguistics, especially on extensive reading programs, which a lot of independent reading like we do with graded readers is. It's very similar to an extensive reading program. In fact, we are in the midst of trying to help build an extensive reading program so that you have enough novellas or books to read yourself to fluency within a language, within Latin, and then we have just started with Greek as well. So what you find here is we've got the extensive reading foundation scale, which is based upon headwords. And so you'll see for Ego Polyphemus, it's in the beginner level. Now the foundation scale goes way farther than what we have here. There's many more levels. This is just in the beginner level. It's in the mid, beginner mid, and so you kind of know that that's their leveling that they have. But we have also added, using a lot of feedback from classrooms over the years, from watching students read these, plus headword counts and other data that we use with the extensive reading foundation with that, as well as a lot of the other data that we use, such as total number of word forms, cognates, proper nouns, sentence length, all the different things that go on with that. So when you're looking at this, what you'll find is you'll find our level, and we wanted to make this as simple as possible. What I found in the classroom, at least for my students, was they needed the easiest system we could possibly come up with, and that's, in the end, we decided letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you have a lot of, like we do, or like I do, an extensive reading library in your classroom, and you do reading at times, the students are going to see a lot of the covers. If you have them on the shelf, they might see a lot of the spine text. But what students can do now is they can flip it over to the back. Here's Camilla. They can flip over to the back and they'll see the level just right there on the back. They don't even have to go through the effort, or you don't even have to go to the effort of opening to the front page to see that Camilla is level F. You can kind of see it there. If you want to get more details like the extensive reading foundation scale and those things too, you can open those as well. So just really quickly to show you, if we look at these now on the back upper left of every single book we publish, except for the editions from Lance Pantagini and from Andrew Olympi that have not been turned into revised editions yet. Those are still the self-published editions that they they originally created, but they will get a cover like this. Every book that we have and will have in the future now in the upper left has, right, here we go, level F. So, right, Echo and Narcissus, level E. Here is the Ulysses, the first Ulysses novella, level D, the second Ulysses novella, level D, and so on and so on. There's Perpetua, level F. There's Aulus Anser, level D, level E, and on and on. Level C for the new Ursus Nomine Vinius. Level C for Familia Mala, the first one. Saturnus et Jupiter. Level B, and so on and so on. And so if you flip through these books, you'll see on the back of every single cover, we wanted to make it as easy as possible for you, and if you're a teacher, for your students to find a level of book that they can read quickly just by picking them up, because often students like to, at least not just students, I do too, like to pick up books and look at their covers and kind of hold them, turn them around. Now, if you a second thing we did, if you want to make it easier, is we have put these on the website. So if you'll come here to our website with us, over here, and then you go to levels, you'll see we have our Latin books and we have our Greek books. Now, at this point in time, this is summer of 2026, we only have a couple Greek books. So we have 2 more coming out. We have 2 that are currently out. So let's go to our Latin books, since we have a bigger selection there. And what you'll find with our Latin books is you'll find all of the levels listed here. You can even click on each book by level to kind of go through there. You'll see level A, B, C, D, E, and F. Eventually we'll have through P and further in the future as we keep developing books and working with new authors. So we'll just continue to build this out. Anytime we add a new book, we will add it here. So you can see our 2 newest novellas, Donata and Mira Sidonis, have already been added. And so they're added here. But I realize when you're in a classroom or when you're somewhere else, it might not be very easy, or my classroom, for instance, we don't do a lot with the internet. My students have computers, but they usually stay in their bags. So I realize the computers might or might not be something you want them having all the time. So if you don't have a computer, you can look it up on. What we decided to do is, if you look here, you'll see a link right here. It's the download a PDF of this chart to hang in your classroom. So all you have to do, and we update the chart as we go, is just click on it. And what you'll find here is you'll find a downloadable PDF that is 3 pages. Now, it'll eventually be more pages as it goes. I was going to make this a pretty PDF, a pretty, poster size. You could print it somewhere, and then I just decided that was too much work. If you're a teacher like me or someone that wants to do this at home. Instead, everybody has 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. So these will come printable on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. All you have to do is cut the edge. This goes about as far as it can. Wherever your printer starts printing, you might want to cut it or let them overlap. You can line these up, and then it will space it out on the wall or wherever you decide to put this. And you can have a nice poster for your students. For mine, I put mine next to the free voluntary reading or independent reading library I have in my room, so the students can just look at this and work through it. Now, please note, at least at this point, the books that we have not created revised editions of yet, for instance, Pandora by Andrew Olympi, or here's Piso et Sira et Potiones Mysticae by Lance Pantagini. We're working on the data we have from the authors, plus the feedback we've seen over several years of watching these be used in a classroom by students at about what level they should go at. So we're really excited about this leveling system, really, really excited to offer it to you so that you can easily see what books are appropriate for your students. If you want more data on each book, again, except for the books that have not received revised editions yet, such as this one, but the ones that have, so we had Ego Polyphemus earlier. You can click on Ego Polyphemus on our website. You'll get even more data than is in the front of the book. So, total words, word forms, head words, all the way down to glossed items. You write the number of, for instance, glosses in the footnotes that you have, and everything from there. So I hope this is just a real help to you in your own learning of Latin, and if you're a teacher, in the way that you help your students learn Latin. Please let us know if you have any questions about our leveling system. We'd be happy to chat with you about that. And again, have a great time. Happy reading, and we hope you enjoy your time learning Latin and now Greek as we're working with it, learning it by simply reading engaging stories at a level that's appropriate for you. Thanks, and have a great day. Pippin, you want to say goodbye? Here we go. Pippin says goodbye as well. Walete.